something that I've been meaning to talk about for a few weeks here. Social media disappearances. When you disappear from social media altogether, everywhere,
like completely going dark.
Delete pages or just stop posting content?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both. Deleting pages, no longer posting content, not a tweet, not a picture, not a gamer tag. Like there are so many different ways via the internet to keep up with people, right? Like that's one of the great things about the internet is that it could just act as a big group text.
Yeah.
Like
true.
people that you don't speak to every day, you kind of know that they're all right. You could check on them at your own free will and just know that they're doing well. But sometimes, and for me, I realized how important all that phone, social media stuff was when the stolen phone thing. When the New York court told me that a stolen phone is grand larceny because of all the important information that's in the phone.
Right.
Really?
Yes. It's too much now. People are storing their credit cards.
All that shit.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything is in the
Is in your
phone.
phone
So
now.
it's a real charge now, no matter what you could have paid $800, $700 for your phone. And that was grand larceny. It had to be over $1,000. But it didn't matter that it wasn't because it was too important.
Right.
And that was a few years ago. That was at the beginning of the decade. So your phone and social media and all that stuff became really important. A few times where I stood before a judge, the prosecutor was going to social media. He was pulling up tweets and just things. That's what really drove it home to me how important that stuff was, right? And then you have shows like This Is Us. And then you have shows like A Million Little Things where on A Million Little Things, season 1, episode 1 is the white guy at work, doing work. His secretary steps out for a second, comes back, and he jumps over the balcony and he kills himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And the person that he was calling, his best friend, the black guy, he didn't answer the phone because he was in the middle of trying to kill himself. Swallowing pills. His wife didn't know. That led to a whole string of events, right? So now let's circle this back to social media disappearing acts. What do they mean? Like, for me, they're triggering. For women, they just assume you got pregnant. For men and women, they mean two different things.
Yeah.
If you're not a celebrity where you do the whole I'm deleting shit and I could put it back up in 30 days, my Instagram page is back, I'm laying low for a minute, all of that rollout gimmick shit. When you're like a real person dealing with real things and you just go away completely. Am I the only one that pays that type of stuff any mind? Is that like...
But I'm not a big social media dude, so I wouldn't even
That's
notice.
not you, because you're from a generation where it's just different. Niggas your age, they don't maneuver that way. But today, you know, we say all the time, you put everything on social media.
Yeah, they do.
You put what you eat, where you go, your friends, how you feeling, what you're doing.
Listening to, what you're watching.
Everything.
So when you go away...
It's like your journal. So you
completely. I got people that I don't speak to, but I feel like if they want to know how I'm doing, I make it easy to find out.
Yeah. Agreed.
True.
So when people disappear from social media, I'm not talking about celebrities, but when just normal people disappear, it could mean
a bunch of things.
Yeah, it could mean
like but I go to one place. I go to one place first.
And you know what, Joe?
I go to one place first. Go ahead, Ice.
It would also depend on how active said person was on social media too.
Sure.
But if it's a person like if Ish disappeared off social media right now,
I'm already there. So you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't really, you know, if I disappear completely off social media, people are going to think something.
Right.
Like, yo, you all right? Like, I've had that happen. I haven't tweeted in 2 weeks, and I'll get a text. Yo, fam, I ain't seen you on the timeline. You good? Or I'll get a DM that'll, like it'll notify me. Yo, you good? Just checking.
Yeah, but if I reach out to you in that dark period, because I felt like that. Let me go dark for a minute. It's too much online. Let me just chill out for a little bit. But if somebody, recently. Yeah. But if somebody reaches out, I'll let them know I'm alive.
Yeah.
Like, I realize I've taken an avenue away of support or a way for people to check on me. But when, let's say you disappeared and then I reach out, now you don't say nothing.
That's kind of
it's an alarm.
Yeah, that's an alarm.
And maybe everything about what I'm saying right now is selfish because it's still thinking about me.
Yeah.
It's still
But yes
thinking
and no.
about.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Nah, I don't
But
think
it's
so.
true.
Because you can still be thinking about that person. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
like,
I'm
fam,
not
I
reaching
haven't
out for me.
seen you.
Yeah.
Especially if you might know someone that maybe has some
Listen.
depression issues or something like that.
At the end of the summer parks, and I'm certain that there's a stat somewhere to back this up. Everybody has depression issues.
Yeah.
At
Because
the-
it's a
At
thing.
the, at the end of summer,
sun deficiency.
depression they spike. They go up.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought around the holidays.
Well, that too.
That too.
That too.
Yeah.
I thought around the
Yeah, I
holidays.
definitely
too.
thought the holidays.
In the summer, holidays for sure. Both of those things exist. So what I'm saying now, we at the end of summer. I assume people to be going through things.
See, I look forward to the fall.
Me
Like
too.
the fall's my favorite season.
Me too.
So I can't wait for this hot shit to be over.
Jazz Fly, may she rest in peace. When she transitioned, nobody knew a word. Nobody knew nothing. That should just shock the industry.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I wasn't. I was like, you left with all of those thoughts. Like, damn, could I have done more? Could I have reached out? What could I have? But when people are ready to go, they out. They just go. I had a friend of mine purposely transitioned recently. I don't even say suicide. I don't use that term. A friend of mine purposely transitioned maybe a month ago, 2 months ago. I didn't tell nobody. Wasn't for me to say. That's one of those private types of, But when it happens, the people closest feel like, well, shit, I might have missed something.
Feel like shit.
Yeah.
I might have.
You take it. You take it hard on yourself. Like, damn,
Hey,
maybe I could have done
Hey,
something.
such and such did reach
wasn't
out
there
to
for
me saying they was going through something,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't pay it much mind. It wasn't like serious to me. And then,
Everybody going through their own shit, right? Like when you start having kids and work and mortgages and bills and you just running, dog, it's times where I forget to call my mom. You know what I'm saying? It's times where I'll be like, oh shit, I ain't speak to my mother in a couple days. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, life takes over.
see, I don't play like that.
No,
I got to talk to my mom every single day.
Again.
This morning, she ain't answered the phone, and I blew that motherfucker. She's at a funeral.
Yeah, no.
And I felt the way. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. But no, we need to start the day this way.
No, again, life oftentimes takes over, right? And so because you don't really know what somebody's going through, it's not that you minimalizing them. It's just like, yo, life is kicking my ass, and I'm gonna get to them when I get to them, and you forget.
Well, that's why I was making
You know
a
what I
joke
mean? Like,
earlier
that
about y'all going.
That's me, and then you just
Yeah.
summed me up.
Like literally,
I'm
like,
dealing with a lot more.
Yeah,
I just this morning on my way to your house, I was like, damn, I ain't spoke to my grandmother in like 3 days. That's not me. So I talked to her the way up.
But I'm highlighting this stuff because, like I said earlier, he had to come on here talking the podcast for his queen to say, "Oh shit, man, he's making some good points. He might need a break. He might need some help. He might need blah 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 blah."
because life.
I keep talking about how I'm envious of y'all because y'all come shoot the shit and then go home to unload or have somebody that could download off you. Like that's needed. Niggas is just going home and getting in bed and turning on Netflix and they stuck with their fucking thoughts.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
And everybody
is
thoughts
a
ain't
lot.
the greatest.
that's true.
Yeah.
So I see a few niggas that have magically disappeared.
So for me, right? When I see, especially with girls, right? When girls disappear, 8 times out of 10 it's a dude involved. Like, because a lot of times when girls get in
Or
relationships,
pregnancy.
like, when
That-
girls
yeah,
get in
that's a dude
relationships, they just shut out. Like, I'll curse my female friends out. Like, yo, fam, fuck is your problem?
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll hit you when a relationship is over and be like, what up, homie? You're like, fam, don't do that. Like, we sincerely friends. We not fucking. Holla at a nigga like, yo, you good? How's your daughter? How's your family? Like, that's sincere friendship. Even if you got a man, you should still check in on the nigga that you really are friends with, right? So I'll attribute it to that when it comes to my female friends. Like, most times they get a dude. Dudes be kind of insecure.
Yeah.
They go under the radar.
Policing their
But
social
with
media.
men, I check on my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just shoot, yo, what up, nigga? You good? Everything all right? Boom, 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 boom. Like, I ain't speak to you in a couple weeks. Like, I routinely check on my friends, and I think that I'm open enough that if some shit is really troubling you, you could let me know.
Well, there's the other side. There's the other side. Like, Moneybagg Yo has a lyric, and he says, "I tell everybody I'm good because what you gonna do if I'm not?"
That's exactly what I was about to say to Ish.
And that's like meaning, yo,
It's not true. Yo.
no, a lot before a lot of, like you just said, Ish, people are dealing
I
with
know,
life.
but that's the keep trucking mentality.
Yeah, it's like, yo, my issue ain't gonna stop the next man. I gotta keep going.
I agree.
I got people depending
That's
on me.
how I feel, right? Like, we don't have a choice but to be good.
Keep it moving. Yeah.
Even if you're not
Yeah,
good,
you
you
gotta
still
be
don't got a
good,
choice
yeah.
but to be good. Right?
And
Everybody's not as strong as you.
real quick,
Some niggas need advice. Some niggas need a release. Some niggas need to get that whatever they carrying off their chest onto another person.
but the key is somebody that may be able to help you in any way, whether it just be some words of encouragement. A lot of times,
That's what I'm saying.
especially today,
Men, especially.
people just want to know your business.
No, yeah, true. And
So
then,
it's like, if you're dealing with something and you go, you vent or
Right.
whatever the case may
Right.
be, they ain't really listening to help you
they
out.
listening because soon as they hang up the phone, they about to call and tell Ray
Exactly.
Ray.
So a lot of people become more reserved, and you keep more shit inside.
That's true. And again, with men, we've been taught as men that any vulnerability is a
It's
weakness.
a weakness. That's right.
Right? Just how
You gotta
people
be strong
raise their
at all
kids,
times.
my nigga. Like, if a little boy falls on the ground, he scratches his knee. Little girl falls on the ground, he scratches their knee. They get two totally different treatments. The little boy is told, yo, get up, boy. You better not cry. Take it like a man.
Yep.
So now after you
That's
30
life.
years of hearing take it like a man, you start playing sports when you're young. You better not show no weakness, no vulnerability playing sports.
It's funny. Bernie Mac's daughter was just doing an interview talking about his harsh style of parenting, but just because he was parenting back
And
then,
he was an old head, yeah.
and she was telling this story that was real uncomfortable to hear today about her going to school. She was young, grade school, and getting in some shit with a guy, and the guy punched her in the face. And she went home to confide in her dad, like, oh my God, I'm fucked up. And Bernie Mac said what a lot of parents back then said, yeah, all right, if you don't go back to school and fuck him up,
Pick up something and bust his ass in the head, yeah.
then I'm going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
And I felt the way listening to that today, and rest in peace, Bernie Mac, another GOAT and legend. I felt the way hearing the story, but this was her story. And this was her, and the point she was trying to make was, the point she was trying to make was she lived with shit because of how that was handled.
Yeah.
Like,
It taught
Yeah.
you deal
can't
with your
go-
own shit.
Yeah, dog. I can't
You gotta
go
deal
home
with your
and
own
show
shit.
my
That's what that
dad.
means. I can't tell my dad
Yeah.
this happened. He's gonna tell me, yo, go back and deal with it.
Fuck out of here. Shake it off. Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta deal, and you take that into adulthood where whatever fall on me, I gotta deal with it. I don't have nobody that's gonna lighten the load.
The
I gotta
person that's
deal with it
supposed to
myself.
be your refuge is telling you
Yeah.
to a dude. I can see, like, because old school parents is like that, especially black
this
parents.
is my fault. I did this. I started this podcast, this series on this 100-degree
It's
day.
cool.
It's all
So
good.
what? Every
Yeah.
now and then
My
we
bad,
good. It's
you
all right.
guys.
to
No,
get
I like
serious.
this.
It's all right.
No,
Got it.
but you.
I just thought it was important.
It's a
important.
necessary.
It
It's a
is.
necessary series.
It's the end of the summer. I'm seeing people actively disappear that I love and I'm worried about, and they're running, and I know how that feels because I be home in bed dealing with my brain alone. So it just hurt. It bothers me.
But I think that-
and I know what it could result to.
But I think disappearing from social media is very healthy. And I think there's no value in this shit.
It's
really,
healthy if it's healthy. It's healthy
is
if it's healthy.
It's healthy.
It's healthy if it's healthy.
True.
If it's not healthy, then it's not healthy. Like, your body is your body, right? So some things about your body will never change, like conditioning and the things that it needs. And if you don't drink water for a certain amount of time, some shit is going to happen.
Yeah.
For addicts, the second that you get off of whatever you on, now it's withdrawal time. Your body was used to, Ian going through it now with cigarettes.
Right.
You quit the cigarettes, nigga, your lungs and your body got to learn this new way of, we got to get all this cough to phlegm, all of this. It's your body is bodying.
Yeah.
Why did I bring this up?
Social media.
Social media. Yeah.
If we're used to waking up social media from dusk till dawn,
It is an addiction point too.
Oh, it is.
because it is,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's designed to be that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
At another time, we'll talk about who designed the internet. That's like a deep dive conversation.
Well, social media particularly.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're used,
Notifications.
if you're
Yeah.
used to it, then you can't even picture a life without it. Like your body might not, your body, mind, soul, spirit might not function the same without it, just like with anything else. Shit, the only time I really get breaks from this shit, or back in the day, was when I lost my phone. Like the universe had to force me into realizing how peaceful it was when I lost the phone. That panic left. You know the panic you feel?
No.
Yo.
And that shit felt good for something to not have that type of control over you.
Fam, let me.
That's why we're gonna kick the cigarettes, because that's after you eat, you gotta rush over. No. We don't need something to have control over you like that.
Sunday, I'm going to find what I'm wearing to your wedding.
Oh, you went out, said you could walk Sunday?
Yes.
You couldn't walk for half a Saturday.
I went out.
I took pictures in my phone.
So
you want to see
listen,
the
So I'm talking
All
about.
right.
We're serious.
This nigga
still.
was
We're
out of it.
We're serious still.
Smashed.
All right, fine. My bad.
That nigga
My
was
bad. All right, we're being
smashed.
serious. They don't
We're
like when I
serious.
joke through serious times, so I'm stuck. But I
you.
just be trying to balance it. Go ahead.
I know. But I get in the car and I realize, oh shit, I left my phone. Yo, that was like the freest I've ever felt. And it was only for like 2 hours. But not having to
Check a message.
check it, just nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like no accident. If you need me, if it's an emergency, I'm with Shorty. Call her.
Nah, that's
Like
right.
my family, you know what I'm saying? Everybody call her.
Not
Like,
for nothing. That's what I really love about the fucking watch, is that you can't do shit on it, but someone can still call you or text you, so you can still remain
See,
in
I
contact.
have this. I don't even have the cellular plan
Oh, I
on
got
the
the
watch
cellular.
anymore. I took it off. I mean, I have the watch, but I don't pay for it for the cellular plan.
I like
It's
having
pointless.
this because I be leaving my phone upstairs or in the fucking other basement or whatever, and just go about my day. I'll be here and I'll check in 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
And the other thing,
But if there's an emergency, I'm here.
and the other thing about going dark, social media and addiction. I'm so addicted to opening Twitter on my phone that when I do those times when I take those breaks, I have to actually delete the app because my finger on the unlock goes right there, and then now I catch myself open. I put another app in its place just to like trick my brain.
Right.
But
That's crazy.
It's learned. It's like
That's
automatic
learned behavior.
I
Yeah,
swipe
yeah.
up and then I tap right there where the TweetLogix app usually is.
It was designed that way.
Yo, that's crazy. No, I mean the social media shit is this. It's literally an addiction. Like, yo, dog, you'll grab your phone and check social media before you pray when you wake up. Like cold still in your eyes,
before you get
breath
water,
stinking,
you
the
might-
whole shit.
before-
Yeah,
You might
yeah.
wake up thirsty as hell and still
No,
go for your phone
and
first.
Literally go for your phone. 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. You gotta go pee. You be looking at your phone. That's nuts, fam.
Yeah. I've started turning my phone off at the end of the night. Just
Well, I have mine on the automatic.
I don't even want to. I leave it in the other room, turn it off.
I have the automatic, like I have my bedtime and everything
I have
set
my
to the
shit.
phone.
Yeah, I have that.
So at 10:15 every night, it shuts everything off.
Yeah.
So even if my phone, you text me, whatever, call me, my phone's not lighting up.
Uh-huh.
So at least that much, because I sleep in the dark.
Right.
So at least I don't have that lighting up, just distracting you all night.
Yeah, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I love you.
Or
I'm here if you need to kick it, you know what I mean? And if I'm not, find somebody you're comfortable with kicking it with. You're important. Because that's the other thing I realized. Like, when some of the people you used to speaking to pull the disappearing act, you don't even have the surrounding phone numbers to make sure they're okay. I don't have your girl's number,
True.
your
Yeah,
mom's
yeah.
number, your dad, your cousin, your brother.
right.
Nobody.
Come on,
All
man.
I know is you.